Unwanted.
Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird? Isn't it weird?
Hey, Weirdlings. Welcome to our first intro episode. It's me, Laura,
I'm A-Line.
and we're here to let you know what we are doing with all of this crazy pod shenanigans. This is our first time starting a podcast. I'm sure we'll have lots of bumps along the road, but mostly, hopefully, fun times. And we want to let you into our brains, which is quite a place. I don't know about you, A-Line.
Quite
But
a
my
weird
brain
place.
is quite a place.
For sure.
But I figured, why don't we tell them about ourselves and how we met? And I know I have a very vivid memory in my head of how we came to be friends. And
Me too.
it was all because of,
Jennifer.
Jennifer and Hanson.
Yep.
A-Line and I have always lived an hour and some change from each other. Back when I was in high school, I think I wore a Hanson shirt to school every single day
Same.
of my high school career.
Entire existence.
Yeah. So this girl, Jennifer, comes into the PE. I remember the class very, very vividly. And she's like, "Oh, you should meet my friend." And I said, "Your friend?" She's like, "She's just like you."
She had just moved from my city, and she was best friends with one of my really good friends that lived across the street from me. So I just had all these little weird ties to her.
Yeah. And she's like, you should meet her. She's just like you. And I say, "What do you mean she's like me?" She loves Hanson. And I know by this point, the fandom slowly started, not everybody was as much obsessed. There was still lots of obsession because, we got to go to this time around tour together.
Yeah.
But things were starting to slow down a little bit. And I didn't have a Hanson best friend.
I think
I really, really wanted one.
It had gone into the NSYNC Backstreet Boy thing had come in, and who was left, which there
Battle
wasn't
of the boy bands.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of us to start with, but who was left was like, oh, it's just me in a room by myself.
Always. But you know what? That's okay too. So we started pen paling. I don't know how I got your address. I think she
gave it to you. I gave it to Christy, and Christy gave it to her because, pre-internet, we had to do it the hard way.
Yeah, this was 1999, I think. Yeah.
I think,
and
yeah.
So
it was
we started pen paling.
It was August of 1999 because I have your first letter.
Of 1999. I love that. And we also were racking up very expensive phone bills.
Oh, boy.
Calling long distance to each other. Remember we had to get phone cards and we just signed up for what was
phone
the
hog?
big phone hog? Yeah, we would get 5-minute phone cards so we could not run up our parents' phone bill
because we got
$400 phone bill.
A lot of trouble.
Yeah, a lot. Laura.
Your mom still brings that up.
I know she won't forget. I'm sorry. She got it taken off the bill.
I mean, at least we're still best friends. It was worth the money.
Totally worth the investment. I think so. And we finally decided to meet. I think it was spring break. It did take us a few months to finally meet each other. And my mom didn't drive. Your mom didn't drive. So what does any 15-year-old do? Take a Greyhound bus to Jacksonville all by herself?
Because it started at a bus stop.
In the middle of nowhere.
Well, in the middle of a big city.
But for me.
For you were in the middle of nowhere.
Even the Palaca Amtrak station. All by myself. I had no idea. I was from a tiny, tiny, tiny town in Florida. I had no idea that, going to the bus stop, the downtown Jacksonville Greyhound station was a risky move.
That was
And I just
so
was
scary.
clueless and just naive to the world.
To meet a stranger that you didn't meet on the internet.
Pen pal.
I remember walking to the bus station, just me, because free range children of the 90s.
Looked like a girl running away from home. I had a pillow, I was wearing my Hanson shirt, my backpack. and so we instantly became best friends. We spent so much time with each other, just talking about Hanson and writing stories about Hanson.
Oh my.
And just general gossip. And we just lived out our fangirl teenage years, just always Hanson. I remember the one time you almost collapsed though about Taylor when he cut his hair. We won't get too far into it because I'm sure that was a card for the second season.
Yeah. Oh.
And speaking of like why that would be a card for the second season, because
that's
what this podcast is about is how we got started. Why is it a card? My wonderful co-host A-Line here, she is extremely talented at digital artwork and spreading her creativity. And I even remember when we were friends, instead of like digital art, she was pasting and laminating with tape to make Hanson dolls.
Making my grown-up version of my childhood art now.
Yeah. Isn't that what this is all about? Just making our grown-up version now that we have free range to really...
I can do what I want now.
This. Do what we want, because we adults, we are in our 40s, and we live in our life how we intended. So A-Line, being the creative, talented person you are, it started with the stickers for your other Patreon, and then also me loving tarot since I was 18. I did my first tarot reading for someone when I was 18, but I will honestly say I didn't start embracing it till about 11 years ago, and probably the last 6 years doing paid readings for people and just really being very, very much into it. And I approached you about making me a tarot deck.
Which was just like, oh, that I have to learn a lot to get there.
Right. All the symbolisms and meanings and all of that. And I don't know. Sometimes when I approach A-Line about something creative, it's like 100% in, but if it's kind of quiet, I know it's just not tapping creatively. But I didn't know what you had up your sleeve last year. Yeah.
It took me like 2 years from you asking till get there, but every year for your birthday I always try to do something really special, and I had drawn that whole collage of our friendship. I think that was like our 25th year of friendship or something that I did the collage for.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what can I make her that's really special? And then I was like, oh, make oracle cards. I understand those way easier than tarot, and it's more intuitive for me and easier creatively because I can use my intuition to just kind of home in on what I know of lyrics and what I know of what I see in my mind of the artwork that would be there. And that's how the first deck started.
Yeah, it was a full surprise to me. I had no idea. Not a clue. I think you tried to like poke my brain about something, but I had probably some life crisis going on. And I couldn't help you out inadvertently. So you reached out to the Hanson fan community for advice, and I knew none the better of what was going on.
Yeah, I collected me up a few little girlies out there and was like, hey, I need some help with this secret project. And it was really tricky to get it across without saying, hey, it's this, because the way that I approached it was like really weird all in of itself, but it worked out really well.
How did you make that happen?
I made a anonymous post, which I never do that. in a fan group, and a couple of them actually, and I asked if anyone was into tarot or oracle. And I was like, okay, this is going to sound real crazy, but I made my best friend a deck. I just really need help with the book. And I would like other people's opinions on like how they feel about what this says to them versus just my ideas. Cause I wanted it to be something everyone understood, that everyone could look at and have different opinions. And that's how the whole book came along. But the rest of it was all me.
Yeah.
drawing,
all the
all of that.
artwork. Yeah. Yeah. I love that so much. And every page in there is super special, and you can see the workings of those songs. Like, as a fan, if you know those songs and you've heard them before, and I know we've all listened to that Little Orange CD so many times, and you know, I know each song has special meanings to us, but what you did by cultivating the meanings into artwork really, you know, shows on there, and as well as, you know, gathering information from fans on there. So you started doing your this time around, this year, you know, and that's kind of how we ended up here. You know, you were at my house, and now that you know what I'm doing, I would like your help. And oh my gosh, it was so fun. It was so fun. It was so fun. And we were, I think I was taken back by just like really deep diving into the lyrics, probably further than we ever had before, but also with my 42-year-old brain compared to my young, hopeless romantic brain.
Your rose glasses.
My rose-colored glasses. Hanson's really done something to me when it comes to love and expectations. The bar is unrealistic, but sometimes it was a little scary. But we had such a blast just like talking about it. And I know that I have been told by a few people, like, I have to tell people, I'm like, you opening Pandora's box by asking me about Hanson. You know that, right? Like, when they're like, you like Hanson? People are very shocked because, you know, I'm tattooed. I'm a little alternative looking, but just kidding. I'm a little pop girl.
I don't think anyone's shocked when I say it. They're just like, yeah, that kind of fits, because I'm just an odd little duck.
I get a lot of it.
I don't think
when people start asking me about it, I'm like, you're really opening Pandora's box here. You do not know what you're unleashing by asking me, because it's not just a blanket statement of why I like Hanson, how long I've liked Hanson, you know, how intricately tied Hanson is into my life. And it wasn't until I, you know, really probably the last like 5 or so years realized like how I can't even describe my life without including them into it, which sounds a little sad, but it's actually not. It's quite beautiful, because I've met so many wonderful people, mainly you, and just there's such a collective group of fans out there. It's special. Like, you can go to any Hanson show, at least know the first 2 rows.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you're in the Hanson community, anywhere you go, you got a friend.
We're a small group.
Yeah. But small but powerful.
Yes, quite mighty.
Every security guard at the front gate of any Hanson venue knows. They're like, the Hanson fans are coming.
It's like, prepare.
Prepare yourself.
They'll be here at midnight.
Are you sleeping on the street? Yes. But, you know, and I think that's why this is gonna work so well. We're gonna get to deep dive into these cards and what A-Line has created, and we're going to pull 1 card per episode, and not just do Oracle, but really learn and talk about these songs we love. And Hanson is more than a bop. And if you are listening and you are not a Hanson fan, yes, Hanson has more songs than Mbop.
So much
so
more.
Many more.
It's almost an overwhelming amount of music.
A huge catalog catalog of music. That's something that they've always been really good at, is creating music that is different. And I personally think they have done well evolving. They're currently on a break.
Okay.
Yeah. They have like a million shows this summer.
We have very
But
different
they're
definitions.
on a lyrical music creation break, which I think this is really why it's a great time to do this, so we can appreciate what they have put out there.
Yeah.
Why they're so important to us, and what a better way to organize that, expression of love than to do it with these cards. So we're going to pull one, and season 1 of Isn't It Weird will be middle of nowhere. And that will be the expected way this rolls out in the future, is each season will be an album and go from there. So once we get through the main albums, we'll deep dive into member songs and go through that. And I think it's going to be really, really fun. I'm super excited to get into this with you. We've been talking about it, and A-Line pulled the trigger. I suck at administrative stuff. Not a fan, even though I own a business. It's just still like, I have another thing. So A-Line really, really pulled everything together, getting the podcast ready on administrative front, on a digital front, and I'm just here to yap. And we're so pumped. So A-Line, where are people going to be able to listen to us at?
Definitely on Spotify, and my goal is to get us onto all the other platforms. So once we upload our first episode, we will know more about exactly where to find us. But currently, if you'd like to reach out to us, we are on Facebook at Isn't It Weird Podcast, Instagram at Isn't It Weird Pod, and on TikTok at Isn't It Weird Pod. And we have an email address as well, isn'titweirdpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, awesome. And something else we're going to be featuring is we're going to try to have special guests on, whether it's a fan, other people in music, maybe people who are familiar with, dealing and working with Hanson or other bands. But we're going to be really excited to share our thoughts and experiences with those individuals. And another thing we are going to be offering people on top of this podcast is a Patreon membership. And I'm really excited about this because we both get to show what we are, how our individual talents pull this together. So the first Patreon membership be a $5 basic membership, and you're going to receive exclusive content. So bloopers,
behind the
videos
scenes
of us behind the scenes, as well as reaction videos to our favorite Hanson videos, from Tulsa, Tokyo, Middle of Nowhere, to short reaction videos to music videos. Think VH1 pop-up videos. And because I know we would sit together in our bedroom and just rewatch Hanson videos all the time. And we would have a lot of things to say about it all the time. So I think it'll be really fun to kind of relive those moments together and get to share it with our Patreon friends. And we're going to do, for the $5 membership, we are going to, one lucky member will get a sticker from the month's card pulls and a reading from me, 3-card tarot card pull with an aligned middle of nowhere deck card pull. And this will be designated for that person, and it will be decided in a raffle type basis. So it'll be pretty fair to all members. And the next tiered Patreon membership, which will be $15, you're going to get that other content in addition to getting all the cards pulled, stickers for that month, and a personal 5-minute voice memo, maybe 5 minutes, depending. It could be under or over, but it's going to be a 3-card pull from tarot with a middle of nowhere card pull to affirm and really bring that reading in. And I hope it can be delivered and be really, really special to people. And I'm really excited to share that particular talent of mine with people. And I think this is the perfect medium and forum to do that on, because I definitely have had other experiences, whether I'm reading in my salon, reading at a bar, just reading at parties. So I'm really excited to zone it in and share with you guys in such a cool way. So, yeah, do you have anything else to add to that?
I think you got it all. No.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we're really excited. We'll be dropping our first card pull episode within the next 2 weeks. We'll affirm a good hard date. Just make sure you follow our social medias on when that date is. And we are so excited to bring you guys in on this journey.
It's very exciting.
Yay!
We're doing it.
We're doing it! We're doing it! Yay! Well, thank you guys so much for listening into our first intro episode. And stay tuned for more.
Bye, Weirdlings.
Bye, Weirdlings.
Unwanted. Isn't it weird? Isn't it